Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 11, and he has autism, and we paint together. We paint the backgrounds of our paintings with a hand-over-hand method, working on his fine motor skills. And then I paint the rest. And I paint a lot of flowers. And tonight will not be different. I will paint more flowers. Last night I painted an owl, but I put flowers in the owl's belly. So I still painted a lot of flowers. I wanted to add a little drama, I guess, I don't know, to this today. So that's where I'm at. A lot of times when I make the flowers, I do stems like this. And I always tell myself I'm gonna do something a little different. Some days I do. But I've been on this bunch of flower kick, and I don't know why. I don't know what started me on this. I was painting a lot of roosters for a while, and then a lot of animals besides that. And I've always liked flowers, but yeah, I'm really on a flower kick right now. So hopefully y'all are on a flower kick too. And I've got every color in the rainbow. And when I started off, I was going to do one thing, which I think I'm like the queen of broken record. Then I thought, I'm going to put cream with every one of the flowers that I do. And then I decided to do whatever I just did. And then, so now I've got all of these colors. And I'm really not sure what we're, And I usually start over here, but I'm going to make myself do, just make myself do different. And I feel like this is going to end up being a lot more abstract than I don't want to say that I ever don't do abstracts, because I do a lot of abstracts, but what I consider kind of an abstract is not necessarily true abstract. I look at some of the paintings that people do, and I'm amazed at how they make, designs with squares and rectangles and all of this stuff, and it comes out, and I'm like, where did those lines come from? And I have such a hard time. I shake. I have a little bit of a shake. And so none of mine ever come out straight. No line. And I'm sure there's tools and things, but we just go with the flow. That's what we do. Ooh, I have a itch on my eyeball. Well, not my eyeball, the eyelid, I guess. And I got something in it, and I think that's what's still kind of aggravating me. And so generally I have paint on my hands, and it's not something I really should be I should not be rubbing my eyes while I'm painting, but here I am kind of, I need to rub my eye. And see, when I paint, I use two brushes because I used this one to swoosh all this stuff earlier. But a lot of times when I paint, flowers, especially flowers, I paint with one paintbrush because I love the texture that it gives. Like you can see, like there's still the blues, the kind of the aqua teal colors from there. And I love that emotion that it puts in the flower. And so I tend to kind of add a lot of that while I'm going through it, you know. And I stack these because, you know, they're stackable. That's the technical term. You'll if you haven't watched before, you'll quickly learn that I don't know any of the terms. I started painting with Owen a few years ago, and I had never really painted before because, you know, those perfectly imperfect paintings were not something that I could wrap my brain around at first because I thought it all had to be perfect. I thought everything had to make sense, or, you know, it's been a long learning curve for me. And, you know, working with Owen has been amazing because it's changed my life being able to paint with him and share our story and everything. But, you know, painting didn't come like easy for me. It wasn't just something that I picked up and here I was, this painter. It's taken me years to get this far, and it'll take me longer, you know, because you have to learn your style. You have to learn what works with the paints, and sometimes the paints are not cooperative depending on the weather. And I mean, it's just a lot of things, you know. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I am so beyond thankful that I paint because it's just, you know, my son has a hard time with a lot of his emotions and connections with words. I almost said food. It's me that has the connections with food. With his words and explaining things, and he can talk in many languages, but he has a hard time expressing or telling what his emotions are. And he's learning. I mean, he's made incredible strides, but it's hard for him. He doesn't always have the way to explain something. And so working with him on this has been incredible because we get to share those moments, and he is learning to kind of figure it out and work through it, and that's such a amazing thing for me, and I'm beyond thankful. And you know, I started out painting with him, for him, but I can tell you that painting has truly given me more than I'm sure it's ever, you know, given him. It's helped him, but oh, the thought of me being able to share those moments with my son and do this, and it's just that blessing, you know, that I needed. And Friday nights are usually hard for us because he goes to his grandma generally on Saturdays. Well, tomorrow he is going to swimming lessons. And he is very excited about that. And then most likely he will go to his grandma's afterwards. But, you know, we're not sure because, you know, everything seems to change right now. But we're going to try to go to his grandma's afterwards. But he was so excited. It took him quite some time to actually go to sleep. And so I'm praying that he woke up or he probably, I shouldn't say he woke up, he probably wasn't even asleep. He's woke up 3 times already, and that's par for the course, as they say, for our Friday nights. So I just hope that he can get some rest so that he can enjoy his Saturday at the pool. He is so excited. He says that he gets to wear his diving glasses. That's what he's excited about, is wearing his diving glasses. And I'm very thankful that he has those moments where he's getting to do the things that he really likes to do, you know? And that's important for all of us, to just be able to go and do something that we really like to do. And learning to express that emotion, to be able to tell me something that he loves is really, really cool to me. So I'm hoping that he has a wonderful time tomorrow, and that it just goes exactly how he wants it to go. Now, if you, I was just laughing at myself because if you've watched me paint before, I generally put, not only do I use one paintbrush, but then I generally put way too much paint on my paintbrush, and a lot of times it falls. So I just have to be careful when I'm doing something like this, that, not that can't go anywhere, but you know. So I just had a whole bunch right there, and it was about to drop, and thankfully it didn't. So I think this is about where it's almost done. This I don't, there's several that are dark, but I don't know why that one feels so dark to me right there in the front. Even though it's really not dark, I'm gonna brighten it up a little bit here. Now that doesn't feel quite as, and it really, I mean, you know, like I said, there's several other dark ones, but I don't know why that felt so dark. As much as I put all that paint on my paintbrush, I also do kind of wipe it off occasionally, because it gets too much when I'm doing like the certain colors, or having the little, like I want some little doodads out here, kind of like almost like leaves. That's I always laugh at that word. I don't know why. You know, if you can have something that just makes you laugh for no reason, there's not one reason the word leaf and then leaves should make me laugh, but it does. It makes me laugh. So if you could have one thing that just makes you happy, you know, let it be. Let it make you happy. Let it make you laugh, you know, just enjoy. I feel like I want something kind of over here. So see, when some of them are like, depending on which way they're angled, I try to make them kind of look like they're angled a little bit differently. And so I wanted to make it like is going one direction, you know. I just want to put a little more over in there. Okay, a random bunch of flowers. That's what this is. That is what that is. So, I put O for Owen, and then L, and B. I always put him on there because he's the foundation of why I started painting. And, you know, it's part of what we do. So this is the paint, and I spread it all out, and I'll spread it much more thinned out there. But I make jewelry and rings and different things from the paint blobs. I call them paint blobs. So that's what the plate, and I take and make all those. So I thank you for watching with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Toodles!